Hello, good morning. Welcome into another episode of Good Morning Nasdaq right here on the Clover Trading YouTube channel. It is the second day of May, year of our Lord 2025. We have Huddie in the house. I am Dom. Welcome to the Clover Trading YouTube channel. How you guys doing out there today? You guys doing good? Doing great? Doing fantastic? We are closing up our second week of the week, first week of the month. Me and Huddie just got done talking about the technicalities and the pros and cons of this type of week. But yeah, I did all my data yesterday for the month of April, January, February, March, April. And I will get you guys the video today for all you 4-leaf and black clovers so you can keep up to date with my performance and how I go about tracking my stats. For all you YouTube lovers, we have a video coming out today, correct, Huddy?
Yes.
A video today, kind of going over the plays of the week and what we're seeing in the market. And then you'll have another video over the weekend coming out about what we're watching for next week. So keep an eye on that. A simple way to never miss any of that stuff is subscribe to the channel. That will tell the algorithm that you like us and that other people should like us too. And you can even hit the notification bell so you never miss an opportunity to watch us because we're live every single day the market is open. And hit that thumbs up button for us as well. I don't want to have to ask again, but if you get that number up into the 40s and 50s, I'll leave it alone. I'll leave it alone for the day. It's Friday. But we got Will in here, Sly, Warren, Thomas, Mason, Wayne, Jack.
Here's the thing, dude. Here's the thing too. Like, we want the algo to be truthful. Like when you guys subscribe and like, it tells the algo that you like us, and then the algo tells other people that they should like us. And it's like, is there a better pre-market show going on right now about stocks and penny stock land that's not like feeding you BS or trying to get you to do something that you don't want to do? There's really not. We're just here talking about the gappers, having a good time, having a laugh. So give us a like because we like that.
We like it.
It's
You
Friday.
like it. Everyone likes it. Good morning. Good morning. Someone says, Travis says, good morning. Just broke into my neighbor's house, stole their phone and liked the video. That's the type of dedication we need around here. Those are the type of subscribers we want. And Travis, we salute you and we appreciate you. And I think others should do the same thing. But we actually don't condone criminal activity, correct? I have to check. We got to check with management.
Yeah, there might be an HR problem here, but
We like the dedication, the idea behind it. All right, couple gappers this morning. Why don't you walk us through, Huddy, on a scale of 1 to 10, where 10 is a gap and crap system trader, you're like on the moon, everything's working great. 0, you can't catch anything but a full-size loss. Where are we at on the week on that?
I think we're great.
What's the number?
I think we're great. We're feeling good, man. It's spring. I don't know how you're judging it, but it's spring. The sun's out. Birds are chirping.
It's still raining.
Fine. I don't know. We called it yesterday, pretty freaking spot on. I said kids is not the one to short, and Zcar is because kids had the PR and the breakout chart. And so if you guys were able to take part in that long, congrats. Or if you avoided the short, also congrats. That was a sick move. That was a sick call. Again, like not often that we're here trying to tell you guys which way a stock is going to go. That's not really, our thing. We're just trying to give you guys the information that the market has supplied us with. And that's the thing with like long bias trading. Like we are literally like, if you're a long bias trader in small cap, you are finding needles in a haystack. Most of these companies are horrid. Most of these companies are going to fail. Most of these companies are covered in toxic dilution and fake PRs. And then sometimes you have a theme, you have a sector, you have precedence, and you can put some type of system or process to apply to why this stock would actually go up more than just, oh, it has a cool name, or oh, it's a low float, oh, I think shorts are in, or oh, liquidity trap, or oh, third day surge. Like those are all, in my opinion,
Fourth day
weak
surge.
theses. But what is a good thesis is when you look at kids and you look at their PR and then you compare that to JNVR, you compare that to CEP, you compare that to Bitcoin's price, you compare the charts, you look at the overhead resistance, you look at the volume and you say, hey, I think this is a multi-month breakout over 272. I think this has a good catalyst that has a good precedence. I think this is maybe worth a structured patterned buy because there is a pattern there. There is a breakout there. And you get rewarded for that type of thinking. If you can't put those pieces together, you probably shouldn't be trading because you are gambling and probably recklessly. And other chat rooms and other streams that are online want you to gamble and trade recklessly. I'd rather most people not trade. I'd rather you be so disciplined and so intelligent about what you do so that you do not lose money unnecessarily, because that is not what I want for anyone. And it's a bad place to be when you don't know what you're doing and you think you know what you're doing. So, really a great lesson there on kids, I think, for all you kids out there.
For all the kids out there, yeah, it was kind of cool. Huddy called it yesterday. If you guys ever want to rewatch, you can go to the playlist section on our channel, and you can rewatch Wine Wednesdays. You can rewatch Good Morning Nasdaq. Wine Wednesdays is a great place if you actually want to know more about us and you're not able to watch every week. Put it on the car. It's podcast style. But yesterday, Good Morning Nasdaq, Huddy, we do the whole thing. Huddy's like, why do you think that I don't want to short it today? We talked about the catalyst. We talked about the recent similarities. What do they call them in the real estate space? Comps. The recent comps, the similar styles. And then what? Kyle longs it. No, he wasn't on Good Morning Nasdaq. He probably is not listing. He does the same research, figures out the same thing, longs it in the room, ends up selling way too early. Way too early. And then Huddy buys it in the afternoon, and all is well. I missed it completely because I just can't put the 2 and 4 together and get 7. I don't know. It's too much for me. But after I just told Huddy that I need to start doing more of that long buy stuff overnight, regardless, just a great setup. Great setup overall. Great. This is a great example of putting all the pieces together, building the thesis, having more than just a setup or more than just fundamentals. And I think that's why that's a good example for a lot of people out there. It is gapping up this morning 56%. So we're not going to talk about that one because we have a couple bigger gappers. We'll talk. We'll start with FRGT. Make sure if you have any questions, get them going in the live chat. Be happy to answer them towards the end when we get finished up with the gappers. But we're going to start with FRGT. My brain goes to forgot, but it's Fright. Fright Technologies.
Oh, it's Frigid.
Frigid. Our brains just create a word.
Bro, you used to call it Frigid all the time.
Did I?
That's your creation.
All right, we'll go Frigid. Sounds cooler.
Like the bird?
Yeah.
Frigid?
Frigid. 2.26 million float. Do they have news? It says 2 days ago. So it's kind of like a weird little multi-day breakout. 2 days ago, they scared up to $20 million USD to create an official token treasury, Trump. So we got a little buzzword there. Nothing else since then, though. Kind of weird that we're popping up this much today. Overall risk is high. Offering ability is low. They have 5.1 months of cash. Do you see any warrants or ATMs open here?
Well, that's just to do research.
You're an in-house specialist.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Frigid.
I'm guessing this is an old reverse split, eh? Conversion price $3,500. Looks like they have a 2024 May ATM with 1.5 million left, and that's about it.
It's being funded by a convertible note, so that is going to be dilutive, although I don't see any details on the conversion price. This is, by the way, another crypto treasury play, just like Cage, JNVR, and CEP, although they're investing in Trump coin, which is not like Solana necessarily. Like that.
Was CEP something different? Was it Solana as well?
CEP, I don't remember what CEP was. You have to ask Kyle.
Let me see. I just remember seeing the word Bitcoin. I don't see it. It says accumulate Bitcoin, so that one was a bigger one than Solana. Okay, that's all you see on Frigid.
Yeah, so so this is what happens. Like a lot of times, if like a penny stock company starts to realize that there's like a hot theme or hot trend, they'll start to jump on it, and then, towards the end, like it's going to get redundant and it's going to start losing its theme. Now, I don't know if that's going to be Frigid, but like the Trump meme coin, like I haven't looked at the Trump meme coin since the day it was released, but I don't imagine it's doing well. I mean, maybe it is. I don't know. I don't imagine it's doing well. It's not necessarily like I don't think meme coins have a whole lot of utility as of right now, right? Like Solana has utility, and JNVR, I think that was like Kraken was doing something with it, like or investing like that. That's a huge exchange, like that has merit. Like the Trump meme coin is kind of bullshit in its own sense. I don't think meme coins have a lot of value. Um, Maybe one day it is super valuable and Frigid becomes the most popular company in the world, but like this feels a little sketch.
Yeah, it doesn't
I
sound the
If I
same.
owned a business, I would not invest my reserves in meme coin. I would just put it in Bitcoin. Like what would I do if I want to be conservative and keep my business alive? I wouldn't put it in a meme coin. I'd put it into like something structured like Ethereum or Bitcoin or Solana.
Okay, taking a look at the daily chart, going through a past few runs here, top left to bottom right. Obviously, I do have some lines on this chart, so we definitely are watching it at some point. Top left to bottom right. Let's take a look at the more recent stuff. Got a little multi-day move, or I guess one-day move from the ones to the twos. Ended up, I probably was watching it for a breakout and it failed. Failed off there. Couple lower highs here. It's kind of sitting in the 80 cent to $1.30 area. On that news 2 days ago, we did get a little pop from the ones to the 140s, but didn't sustain it. Ended up having a pretty nasty red candle yesterday. And they're kind of breaking out over those 150s and those $192 area. And are up 233%. And this is, I guess, probably less about the Trump coin part or whatever, and more about just you had kids yesterday, and this is like a direct simp to that. So I think it's less about like the fundamental reason, which was like JNVR, CEP, and kids were kind of spaced out. And this is kind of like kids went nuts yesterday, gapped up. And this is the one that had news 2 days ago with similar style, is what, and people are picking it up. That's the way my brain thinks about it. And this might be the one that doesn't work, I would kind of feel like. But I don't know that for sure. This one's gapping up bigger than the other. I don't know if the other ones were gapping up. But no, JMVR was a pretty big gap. But it's a pretty big gap up to hold, to sustain. Not a stock that spends a lot of time being strong. A couple big red candles that close well below where they came from over the past year or so. Yeah, I don't know. I just get the sense here on a Friday that the bullishness is going to be front loaded on Frigid, but I don't know. No interest in the long for me here. If there is a theme that's going to continue, I will miss the future ones. It's usually after a kids when it really makes sense to me that I should not play the next one.
I definitely want to short Frigid. I like disclaimer, I don't have any buying power because of how much I swung WW last night. So I actually can't trade today. So it's a forced day off for me. But if I could, I would absolutely short Frigid. This
Frigid.
has like if we're looking at it, like the way that I see it is A, I think you're investing in a really horrible meme coin. So that's my opinion. B, I'm looking at this daily chart. This is a lot different than what Kids was. Kids was like a fresh chart with like, only one level of overhead resistance that it overcame quite early in the morning. Frigid has a long history of reverse splits, pump and dumps, dilution, and a ton of overhead resistance and bag holders all the way up. So inherently these charts are way different. Now the catalysts are kind of the same, but like and of course, like it can run. I'm not saying it can't. I think this one is the worst one out of all of them to be gapping up. And I think this is a pump and dump scheme. And I think they're going to try to unload shares onto retail. Who's stupid enough to buy the PR? That's how I feel their plan is. And so if that's where I think the big money is, that's where I want to be short. And that's kind of without knowing that they even have dilution or anything, but they do have that convertible note. That's how they're going to finance it. Well, I hope they're not financing it off of everyone buying the stock today up 200%, right? Like, use your brain.
Yen Chang says you get to dine with the president if you're the largest holder of Trump coin. May get insider access for tariff tweets. A lot of criminal activity going on in the room today.
We don't condone it.
But that's kind of an interesting perk, I guess. I guess Frigid's trying to earn that right. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel. We got another gapper today. We got another one up 93%. Okay, this is the first day we got almost 200% gappers. It's been at least a week plus for that. Nice to see. Nice to see. If you have any questions, throw them in the room or throw them in the live chat there. We'll get to them right after we finish up with PLRZ. Let's do it in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Polyrizing. Polyrizing. Out of Israel,
Oh my
medical
God.
device company. What?
I have a forced day off. Right after the stream ends, I'm gonna go.
Let's go. Give it your all here then. This is your day.
I tried to use like my Huddy privilege to coax my broker into letting me have buying power. I got denied. I got no privilege. So it's a forced day off.
Forced day off.
We're
That
up
and Good
like
Friday.
8,500 for the day. So
It's a
it's
good
not
time to
like
call it.
it's a good time to call
It's
it.
like
It's a
when
good
you're
morning
up
so
at the
far.
casino, but you're like, it's not like a 3-day Vegas bender. It's like you just stopped in after dinner and you're up like 600 and your wife's like, we have a dinner reservation and you have to leave with the money. Like you can't gamble it away. That's like you. You got to hold on to
Yeah. I mean, I think it's good, but like I said, I do
it.
want to short the gappers.
We
What's
will
the other
see.
one?
We'll know by the end of the day
Polarize?
if it was a positive or a negative.
That's always a positive. It's always a positive.
4 million float for Polyrise and PLRZ. Low across the
Polarize.
board. No news here. 7 days ago, they reported successful safety study of a formulation of PL14 allergy blocker in human nasal tissue model. 198 months of cash left. There's like not a lot going on here, I don't think, huh? Got some, I've never heard of that. Syspark warrants. 438. Oh, these are all way higher. We're 40 cents a share, aren't we? Not a ton going on here. They got lots of cash. Lowish float, though, for a 40-cent stock. 4 million. Just taking note of that. Daily chart beaten down to the depths of poop. A newer stock from last year. One big run that broke all-time highs and went to the $5 area. Since then, it has been lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. And even right now, this candle is still a part of a lower high. So you got resistance overhead, but it's quite far away. There's not a lot of examples of gaps that aren't just directly into resistance, besides this one-off run back here at the end of last year. Cheap stocks have been okay. I feel like we had a couple, OMX, WW, AGMH. We've had a little theme there this week, but most of them haven't really come off of the gap ups. Like this is up almost 100% right now. I would know that because I probably would have shorted them and lost. But yeah, for some reason, this daily chart looks to me like it could run. There's lots of room. It could move. There's nothing really going on that I see dangerous in the fundamentals. Huddy might see something different. Whenever I see like 200 months of cash, I'm like, this is either a scam or they're actually doing something right.
Fucking scam.
Scam it. Poly rising. But yeah, it's kind of weird because of how much range is on this daily chart. This candle today is quite small, even though it's up 100%. I don't have a really big bias one way or the other. Like the other ones we talk about, there's more head games to play. But this is strong going into the open 14 minutes ago. It's breaking the highs right now. Any extra thoughts on PLRZ?
Yeah, so this one's got a similar deal to PSTV, STSS, SUNE, meaning like they do have cashless warrants, meaning the warrants are at zero. They have about 34 million of those. And if they do a reverse split, that number gets closer to $1 billion. So this will become a very dilutive stock in the future, and it is dilutive right now. And but they recently canceled their reverse split, which is why it's gapping up. But that's because they probably want to do a greater ratio of reverse split in order to keep their stock price higher, so that they don't go below $1 and get delisted. So they're scamming you, that's for sure. In some way or another, they're trying to get that dilution out and dump it onto the open market. Are they going to do it today? I don't know if that's their intention, but eventually this thing becomes really bad. Very similar to SUNE, where it's a very similar deal. And once like the deal kind of like came more to fruition, we saw the stock go from 40 cents to 5 cents in a day, and then they did the reverse split, and you can kind of see that on the chart now. So this is a similar situation. I don't know the timing of it all. I don't know if it's going to fade today, but that's what's going on here. That's all I know.
Okay, good information. Any other big gappers? I see Kyle talking about some in the room, hoping that RSLS were spiked more. Did they reverse split, or that's just the recent cheapie? They did reverse split. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Okay. Kids is up, what, 50% there? We'll see where that opens. Couple questions. We'll get out of here. 67 likes. My goodness gracious. You guys are awesome.
Oh my
fantastic. God. Amazing.
But
150
can we get
viewers.
it to 70? Can we get it to 70?
Did someone like actually go and call everyone they know? Because there's 150 people in there. Thank you for the support today, guys. Let's answer some questions. We'll get on out of here. TJ says, how do you drinking coconut water and a wife beater in Cartier shades? Let's have a moment of silence. All right, you got your moment of silence.
It's summer, baby. It's time. It's time to get out there and have some fun.
Summertime. Is there any difference between an IPO and a SPAC and a daily chart? Can you differentiate them by only seeing the chart? It's above my pay grade. Can you?
It's above my pay grade.
I think you probably have to look at fundamentals.
I like that answer.
It's literally above my pay. I don't know.
You're making me think too much, and I don't like
it. Did you say breakout or reversal? Because if you didn't, I don't really know.
Is it a pattern?
I don't know what you're saying. Jenica says, Dom, are you watching NVNI for a backside bounce? I am.
He is.
I don't think
he might.
Yep. Look, I mean, you had to ask me. Did it run 300% and did it have a red day? We're there. We're watching.
We're here.
We're here. We're around town.
Oh, I could probably play something like that. I got buying power in my
E-Trade account. Oh, no, it's not a day off.
No, I'll leave.
At Dom, did you get an early entry on hymns for the breakout?
Stop it.
This is not really me. No is your answer. No is your answer. Oreo says, why is Frigid already SSR if it isn't below 10% of yesterday's close? I thought that is how stocks get tagged with SSR. Frigid. Yesterday it went down 10% from the previous day's close, correct? 126 down to, yeah. SSR's on for 2 days, right? The day gets triggered and the day
hours.
after?
Yeah, 24 hours. The day after, yeah.
So SSR's still on from yesterday.
Fucking losers.
BZ says GTA 6 got delayed till next year. Is that big with the kids out there? I actually used to love Grand Theft Auto because it was my type of game. I don't like Call of Duty and stuff where you have to be good and play with your friends and everyone's like prestiged or whatever. That's when I can just walk around and have a good time. You know, drive a car. Take the Santa Monica Boulevard down, you know? All right, last question. We'll get out of here. I bought kids at the close, 536, sold it at 649. I have huge problems with selling too early across all my setups. Do you know any way to fix this problem with my psychology? I just can't fix it. My ratio.
Have you tried not selling?
I feel like this is a better for a webinar question when you're giving me 3 paragraphs. So maybe save that for a webinar. Would be a better time for us to really dive into that. It seems like we would all probably have a good answer, or save it for a Wine Wednesday, and we'd be happy to answer
boy, do I have a good answer for that.
Okay.
I'll give you a short-winded answer. I'll give you some homework. Same homework I've been giving at every single Good Morning Nasdaq for the past week. Go to the bookstore, go on your Audible, and pick up a book called The Best Loser Wins by Tom Hogarth. If you don't do that, then don't ask me another question, because that is your homework. It costs you $14 and it might make you a lot of money because it's a good investment into your education. You don't need Clover. You need that book.
You might need both.
You might need both.
All right, everybody, we're going to wrap it up. We're going to head on over to the Clover room right now. Keep an eye out for video over the weekend. We'll get that filmed today for you guys. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Hope you had a wonderful week. We have 2 weeks in 1 week and a new month, right? So I hope you guys get your monthly recaps done. Really go through your data, your study material this weekend. Figure out where you're making your money, where you're not. Make actionable decisions to improve your efficiency as a trader, because we are nothing if we are not optimizing every single day, week, month of the year. If we want those consistent results, we got to get our consistent process down. And backtracking and going over a month's worth of data, 3 months worth of data, the year so far. It's really important to know where you fail and where you succeed and where you can put most of your time and attention. That's why I love monthly recaps, because they're eye-openers. Am I good at this or am I bad at this? It's an easy answer. This is who I am. It's on the piece of paper. So, Huddie, we will see you in the room. Everyone else, we will see you Monday morning, 8:45 a.m.
See me in the room.
We're
I'm
gonna see you.
leaving.
You're going to the room. You're gonna make calls
I'm
and
going to the
stuff.
gym.
All right. Goodbye, everybody.